Have you ever hated your own child? I did. For 3 terrible months when I thought my teenage daughter had destroyed our family by lying about her teacher, only to discover I was the one who had failed her completely. It started when 15-year-old Emma came home crying, claiming her math teacher, Mr. Peterson, had made inappropriate comments about her appearance. She said he'd asked her to stay after class and told her she was distracting other students with how she dressed. I was furious and immediately called the school. But when I met with the principal, Mr. Peterson denied everything. He showed me Emma's failing grades and suggested she was making up stories to deflect from her poor performance in his class. Emma had been struggling lately. Her grades were dropping, she was moody, and she'd been caught lying about small things like homework and where she'd been after school. When the principal suggested she might be fabricating the story, part of me wondered if he was right. The situation escalated when Emma insisted we file a formal complaint. During the investigation, 3 other teachers came forward saying Emma had been disruptive and disrespectful in their classes. They painted a picture of a troubled teenager acting out for attention. That's when I started to hate her. Not her actions, but her. I was ashamed of having a daughter who would lie about something so serious. I felt like she was destroying an innocent man's career and embarrassing our entire family with her attention-seeking behavior. For 3 months, I barely spoke to Emma. I took away her phone, grounded her indefinitely, and forced her to write apology letters to Mr. Peterson. I told her she was a liar and that I was disappointed to call her my daughter. Emma became more withdrawn and stopped eating regularly. She'd spend hours crying in her room, but I thought she was just feeling guilty about her lies. I refused to comfort her because I believed she'd brought this on herself. The breaking point came when I found Emma's diary hidden under her mattress. Page after page detailed her fear of going to school, her shame about what Mr. Peterson was doing, and her heartbreak that her own mother didn't believe her. One entry simply said, "I wish I was brave enough to tell Mom the whole truth, but she already hates me for the little bit I shared." Reading those words felt like a knife through my heart. My daughter had been documenting her trauma while I was punishing her for being a victim. The truth came out when Emma's best friend's mother called me. She said Emma had been staying at their house because she was afraid to go home. Emma had finally told her friend what was really happening. Mr. Peterson hadn't just made inappropriate comments. He'd been touching Emma inappropriately during after-school tutoring sessions for months. Emma had been too ashamed and scared to tell the full truth, especially after everyone called her a liar about the smaller incidents. The investigation that followed revealed Mr. Peterson had been abusing his position for years. Emma's failing grades were because she'd stopped attending his tutoring sessions to avoid him. Her behavioral problems were signs of trauma that I'd completely missed. When Emma finally came home, she looked at me with eyes that held no trust. No love, just resignation. She said she understood why I hadn't believed her, but that she'd never forget how it felt to have her own mother hate her when she needed protection most. I realized that for 3 months I'd become another adult who failed to protect my daughter. While I was worried about embarrassment and false accusations, she was suffering alone, convinced that even her own mother thought she was worthless. Emma's in therapy now, and so am I. We're rebuilding our relationship slowly, but some damage can't be undone. I learned that believing your child isn't just about love, it's about being the safe place they run to when the world becomes dangerous.